This is the drive home with TT for the Millwall drive home. Driving home from the Den where it finished Millwall 0, Birmingham City 2. Saturday was bad. First half on Saturday was bad. The first half, for the first 35 minutes today, was absolutely shocking. No good word can be said about it. It's difficult to talk when I'm angry, I'm disappointed, I'm frustrated, and I'm concerned about how we're going forward with this team, because I don't mind so much about the quality, but the desire in that first 35 minutes until, ironically, we get a player sent off, it was just woeful. It was absolutely woeful. We started with Archer in goal, retaining his place. Back four, our best back four in Romeo at right back, Meredith left back, Cooper and Hutchinson as centre backs. We had Jed Wallace on the right midfield, Shane Ferguson left midfield, with Leonard and Williams in the centre of the park. And somehow Morrison's fit. I don't know where that came from, but he started up front with Lee Gregory. And from minute 1 to minute 35, we were absolutely terrible. Now, those of you that did turn up, because not enough did tonight, maybe the problem with a red button on Sky, but it's not good enough. You know, fans need to turn out to get behind the boys no matter how bad we are, but that's an indictment of how we're playing at the moment, that the crowd was really, really low. And the fans that did turn up weren't given anything to cheer about, because we couldn't string a pass together. We had no quality on the ball. We kept lumping the ball up to Morrison, who wasn't winning anything. Leonard looked well off the pace, and I think he was frustrated. Deservedly got his first booking, in my opinion, with his first foul, probably the first foul of the entire match. He got a booking. And then, you know, we go down to 10 men, and for some reason we then start playing football. We start playing the ball around. Birmingham City showed absolutely no quality throughout the entire match. They did not look like a team worth anything. And we started getting at them after that. We started putting pressure on them. Certainly in the second half. We'll go to the second half, and we've obviously came out, and Harris has had a word with the players. Second half, we've come out, and I'll go to my man of the match, who is a struggle. I thought 2 or 3 players did themselves no harm today in a Mill shirt, and the best of those was Jed Wallace. I thought Jed Wallace tried and tried. You know, he didn't give up. He was neat on the ball. He ran at the defence. He put pressure on them. He looked like a Millwall player. You know, he gave everything, and not too many of the other players could say that. I thought Lee Gregory again worked his nuts off, and then he goes off injured, which is extremely, you know, more worrying. I don't think we could lose anyone else, or we could lose anyone else, but we certainly can't afford to lose Lee Gregory up front. We're obviously going to be without Leonard for the next game. Hutchinson's got a knock to the head, was a cut, and he was taken off. But the second half, we were trying, we were pushing forwards, and then, you know, like the goal was completely against the run of play. The Birmingham fans were getting frustrated. You know, they sung well first half. Started the second half, they were so, I don't know, they were so disappointed in their team for not pushing forwards that they started getting on their fans' backs, on the players' backs, and the momentum was building. We were on top. Cooper's had a chance, but it just, you know, that Archer, for the second goal, Archer's got a chance to catch the ball before the corner that they do score from, and he's punched it up. The attack should finish then, and it doesn't. He's not had a bad game, Archer, but things like that make a difference. They then get another corner, and it's another cheap goal. We don't clear it, and it goes in, and it's 2-0, and then that was game over. We'll move on to ref watch. Scott Duncan. Now, we were poor again. We were so abject. First 35 minutes, 2 fouls. Booked Leonard for the first one, and then he's booked him for the second one, where he's tried to say that he's injured him. The players massively made the most of it. You could see that he's realised who it was and rolls around. It's never, ever, ever a booking. And normally, once it's first 35 minutes, if you get one booking, there's only been 2 fouls in the match. The referee shows a little bit of leniency, none. And then you expect, if you're going to be, okay, it's a strict ref. He doesn't tolerate anything. He's going to give a booking for any kind of foul that looks dangerous or looks like it's going to stop an attack. And then second half, literally, Gregory's running through, he's taken out, and he hasn't booked him. And that's where it drives you mental. You think, you've got to be one or the other. You're going to be a strict ref or you're not going to be a strict ref, but you can't just pick and choose it when it's a player wearing the blue shirt. You can't do it. It doesn't make any sense. Cooper in the box, every single time the ball goes in the box from a corner, he's being held. He's being grappled, he's being held. Morrison does it once, foul straight away. And I don't know how he can continue to do it. Jed Wallace nearly nutted the ref. Honestly, he nearly headbutted him. Because right near the end, Jed Wallace does a turn on the ball, he's flattened, he's taken out. The referee's right there, he doesn't give it. Jed Wallace chases after the play with the ref running after it. And he looks like he's going to, because he can't believe it. That's what happens when you're wearing a Millwall shirt. Now, I know I'm moaning about the ref, and the ref, he hasn't cost us the defeat. And I know I do moan about refs, but it's ridiculous. It's a joke. It can't keep happening every single week that he done everything in his power to ensure we got nothing out of the game. I don't want to end on him because, again, we weren't good enough. That we've got to do something different. You know, the highlight of my night tonight was meeting a guy that lives in Epsom, a fan of the channel, and he told me that his son watches it. So Calum in Epsom, thanks for watching, and every one of you, thanks for watching, because if you didn't go today, you were lucky. It's so hard being a Millwall fan at the moment, and I'm absolutely gutted because we've got Bristol City. It's the first game I've missed for ages, and I can't go because of I'm coaching my under rates. They make it 12:30 kick-off on a Sunday, or sorry, 1:30 kick-off on a Sunday in Bristol. Absolutely no chance of me getting there, and I'm gutted. And we need to turn it around. We've heard a lot from Harris in terms of we're going to give a Mill performance, we're going to step up. Well, we haven't. We have not been doing enough, and it's worrying times. There's the lack of crowd, the lack of passion, the lack of desire, certainly for those first 35 minutes. That it's got to turn around. It's got to turn around quickly. And I don't knock the boys enough, but the first goal, Hutchinson's not cleared the ball, then slips, and then it hits the post, bounces off Meredith and goes in. Everything's not going our way at the moment, and something needs to change for it to turn around, and it doesn't seem like it's going to. You know, my blood's boiling through anger, disappointment. We give it a go for the second half, and you're thinking, why were we not doing that from the start of the game? We need to be picking up points, especially at home, if we're not doing anything away from home. And Harris has probably sent them out with a flea in their ear, but you know, I'm disappointed that Aiden didn't start. I felt like he'd done enough. I thought we should have started with Gregory and O'Brien up front. We've got to do something different. We can't keep lobbing the ball up front to lose possession and then eventually get caught. I thought, you know what, I thought Romeo had a decent game. Romeo tried his nuts off as well. I thought Tony Cliff looked okay when he came on. There are so few positives to take out of this game. There are so few positives to take out of our last few games. You know, we need to get a win sooner rather than later, and I can't see it coming at the moment, and that's worrying. All fair play to the fans that go out to Bristol City. I'll be checking the score, and we need something up there. They got a win at Ipswich today. Tough times being a Millwall fan. I'll never stop believing, but this is looking like a dangerous season. Come on, you Lions.